Actually, is it? I wonder if it's okay to talk about. Hold up, let me think. I just remember sometimes when things happen in the field that is hollow or hollow, people. I assume they're joking, or maybe they're not joking. It's hard to say. In hollow, usually when someone is taking a break or not here, people say like, I hope they become management or something, is what I have come to notice. And I found it a little amusing. Because if you've ever checked the applications for those, because I too was curious, they're actually pretty upfront by what you need to do. Yeah. So for example, the requirements are actually very strict. So number one, you actually have to know Japanese. Besides knowing Japanese, you are also expected to probably live in the vicinity of Japan, essentially. So if you don't have those two things, based on the applications, they were very public about it. From what I saw, unless they've changed it. Those are the other criteria. Number three, I actually think it would be unwise to become managers, especially if you were a talent. The reason being that the manager and a talent dynamic is very different. You can't just be like regular. It's not the same dynamic, essentially. Yeah, conflict of interest, essentially. Like, if something happens, it's gonna not look good. Or not look good, but like... It's gonna impact someone, essentially. If something goes wrong, they might get mad at you. You're gonna be messing up that. No, even for staff, actually. Well, actually, I don't know the staff requirement, but most likely you're actually gonna need Japanese. Most staff are still technically in Japan, but also because staff is a different, like... It's a different field, if that makes sense. So that's just what I think, though. I still need business level Japanese? Oh, okay. I just found it interesting. Sorry if it's a downer, though. It's just I kind of like enjoy, like behind the scenes talk and all that stuff. So I was just giving my perspective. Like personally, I think it's fine if you want to be a manager, but I don't think you can do it within the company. It also depends on probably the requirements. Because it would be a conflict of interest regardless. It's an interesting topic? Oh, okay. Because I also had some friends who were thinking of wanting to be like a management or something within hololive, but I don't think they're gonna get that. Although I do have one friend that could, maybe? Actually, no, it's just... what's the chances? I don't know. Well, she has more portfolio though, thinking about it, so that'd be interesting. But I think it's very unlikely. Yeah. Damn, that's a really strict thing, though. I was just thinking about, like, the logistics behind it. Oh, and then the pay. It'll be interesting. So one person I know, they used to be, someone I enjoyed watching. They were kind of like one of the... I guess the originals as well. It's kind of interesting. But, they also became a manager. Not for this though, not for this, for something else. I just thought it was interesting. Basically the experience was like, oh yeah, it sucks so much. Now I don't want anyone to go through what I had to go through. So yeah, I help others now. It's like, hey, that's great. I just thought it was interesting, like yeah, that makes sense. It's like you're using your experience for like some other people, just in case like they had to go through the shit you went through. And it's also interesting because some people think like, oh yeah, they got along with this person or something. They seem like they get along. At least that's like what it looked like. But then it's like, oh no, I fucking hated that person. It's like, yeah, I guess so, huh? I just thought it was interesting. Whatever company they're in though, I hope things are going great.